So welcome everyone to the Mohanji and I YouTube page, and also welcome dear Sandra. And there was a goof up in the beginning today. So if you have any of you been watching the previous MAI, please ignore it. We will be uploading this for your viewing. And so again, wish you all a very happy new year. And this new year has started with a wonderful event for us, and that is the Kumbh Mela at Prayagraj. It starts tomorrow. And Mohanji is going to be there from Jan 13th to February 26th, with many auspicious days coming in the middle, with according to the Hindu calendar. But yes, a beautiful time for all of us to be together because this happens once in 144 years, 144 years. We have not been there before and will not be there in the future. So it's a big event. It's called the Maha Kumbh Mela because Maha is something huge. Okay, and this Kumbh Mela is happening starting tomorrow. So we can do this in two ways: either be present physically whenever possible from January 13th to February 26th. 26th being Shivratri, and of course 23rd we will culminate there with Mohanji's birthday. So an amazing time for all of us to be there together. In case you can't be there, you can always donate. And why donate? Because this donation will be taken for Annadan, feeding of all those millions of sadhus who come there, conglomerate there. They're all present there, whether in the astral form or in the physical form. Many great saints and masters will be present there. And it would be a wonderful opportunity. Imagine if somebody would be taking, the Annadan that we give, and it is Shirdi Baba or Maha Avtar Babaji or anyone. So it's an amazing thing to be there, and you can contribute by clicking on the Annadan link on our website page. And whatever is your contribution, it doesn't matter, big or small, but it will make a big difference to feeding at least one sadhu there. Yeah. So, in fact, today's Guru Leela reading, we're going to be reading about a miracle that happened in Kumbh Mela in 2021. It was written by the president of Amukare. So, I'm going to read that to you today. It's such a beautiful story, and the kind of miracles that can happen when you're there. You never know whom we come across, whom we meet, what happens. But with Mohanji's blessings, Mohanji's grace, things happen. Whether we know it or not, it doesn't matter. The blessings of the tradition will always be there. Yeah. So I'll start now reading this beautiful testimonial. Miracle at Kumbh Mela 2021. Annadan. Feeding hungry stomachs is beyond any boundaries of species, caste, and creed. When one feeds hungry beings, purification happens. This is why Annadan is considered Mahadan, a donation of the highest stature. Especially when done on certain auspicious occasions, Annadan brings immense fulfillment. In my role as the president of Amukare, I have been fortunate to be in the middle of continuous Annadan for a long time. Especially since the onset of the COVID pandemic, I have witnessed and observed several miracles. I want to share one such amazing incident that happened on 19/4/2021 in Haridwar, the venue for that year's Kumbh Mela festival. With Mohanji's guidance, Amukar had organized daily feeding for the sadhus, the wandering saints, at the Kumbh Mela, as this is a divine opportunity to serve. Due to COVID, doing the seva consistently has been a challenge. Several hurdles came up. However, our determination to continue the seva has been strong since Mohanji explained the purpose of the seva in clear terms. The Kumbh Mela is a special occasion when several elevated saints, otherwise deep in their sadhana in the Himalayas and elsewhere, come down to mingle with the common folk and shower their blessings. Mohanji also guided us on the right attitude to conduct the seva. Serve everyone like you're serving a royal or God. The food should be of the highest quality. The attitude should be of complete reverence and respect. You never know who could be receiving your food. It could be Sai Baba, Mahavatar Babaji, or any other deity. Don't be deceived by outward appearances. Thank everyone you're serving from the bottom of your heart. Thanks to the dedication of our local volunteers and our generous donors, we have served food for almost 10 days now. I must specially call out the contributions of Savitri, our coordinator, and Mr. Vasudev Sharma ji, the Mukhya coordinator on the ground in Haridwar, in enabling this noble seva. Whenever we have not been able to serve, we have arranged for food packets to be made and distributed to people at various locations in Haridwar. Within a week, our team had managed to serve 1,000 meals. Once we started our Annadan at Kumbh, Mohanji advised us to serve the sadhus at Hariki Pauri, the most auspicious bathing ghat in Haridwar. He guided us that saints of the highest stature would congregate there and we should not miss the opportunity to serve them. However, as we started working on this, the government imposed a weekend lockdown and our activities were delayed. Yesterday, that was 19th April 2021, it became possible for us to arrange for this Annadan at Hariki Podi. Sharmaji and a few other volunteers prepared around 100 packets of food and took an auto rickshaw, which is a three-wheeler, to deliver this to the sadhus at Hariki Podi. Sharmaji then narrates his experience as given below. It was about 6 p.m. and getting dark. Shortly before we reached the ghat, on a quiet and dark road, we spotted a Naga sadhu by the roadside next to the forest area. He was calling out to us, "Hey, where are you taking the food? Bring it to us. This food is for us." Not taking him seriously, we turned a deaf ear and continued on our journey. However, a few moments later, our auto rickshaw stopped. And even when we tried to push it, it would not start again. We noticed that the Naga Sadhu had come close to our auto rickshaw and was repeating what he said earlier. Your auto will not move forward. Food which has been sent for us cannot go to Harikipur. By now, we realized that this call was not to be ignored. There was something electrifying about that person. So we parked the auto rickshaw by the side of the road, took the food packets out, and followed the Naga Sadhu into the forest. As we walked deeper into the jungle, it became darker, and suddenly the few street lights went off too. Soon, we saw a group of 11 Naga sadhus gathered there. They were waiting for the feast. They were chanting and singing songs on Lord Shiva and Lord Dattatreya. We were totally mesmerized to witness this divine atmosphere. After offering prayers, we quickly served the food packets to all the Naga sadhus there. We offered the food with respect, and the sadhus blessed us as they accepted the food. Some of them even had second servings. While serving the food, I just mentioned to them that this Annadan was happening with the guidance and advice of Guru Mohanji. One of the sadhus said, "He is an avaduta. You will never understand him. He is beyond your comprehension and understanding. You do not know his grandeur. We know your Guru is far away, but wherever you look, you will see him. He is everywhere. Yes, he'll come to Haridwar next year. Good that the food has reached us." I had goosebumps after I heard the sadhu speak such high praise about Mohanji. The sadhu then asked, "Where is the dakshina?" We immediately offered dakshina, which is a respectful offering of money, to all the sadhus. Then one of the sadhus said, "Child, you give us dakshina today, but remember, it would reach someone by tomorrow." The food was meant for us. After feeding the sadhus, we walked back to our auto rickshaw on the road. It was very dark by now, but we were in a different world altogether, still trying to assimilate this miraculous and divine experience. The experience was not yet over though. As soon as we started the auto rickshaw, it started immediately without any further push or effort. The same auto had refused to move some time back when we were in a hurry to reach Hariki Pauri. Just as it had stopped automatically, it started automatically too. With absolute awe and contentment, we returned home safely with just one expression. Thank you, Mohanji, for giving us this opportunity. When Sharmaji narrated this incident to Savitri and me, I had goosebumps too. This place is not unknown to Sharmaji or the others, but no one had spotted these Naga sadhus there before. Sharmaji and the team went to the same location today to serve the Naga sadhus again, but there was no trace of anyone. Just a few dogs were there in the vicinity. I could only then think back to several other occasions where Grace had made the toughest of seva possible, be it Anadan, disaster relief, clothing relief, or any other activities of our care. It also served to remind me of a couple of important lessons. Like many others, I may not recognize or fathom Mohanji's stature. However, statements about his stature and grandeur from a Naga sadhu are a timely reminder that there is much that my eyes cannot see or my mind cannot process. After all, the saint has never met us before, and neither are we likely to meet him again. He is a renunciate with no interest in the material world. So, what motive could he have in describing Mohanji? Perhaps it was just to open our eyes to higher dimensions and piece together facets of Mohanji's grand plan to raise the entire Earth's vibrations. Secondly, it gave me greater clarity as to why Mohanji gives directions, certain directions. Time and again, I have seen that his directives often seem extremely challenging at the outset. But when we take the right steps with full faith, doors open and the road all ahead becomes clear. After all, it has not pre- it ha- if I had not persevered with the effort to serve at Hari Ki Pauri, this entire experience might have been lost to us. This additional clarity not only helps us to serve better, but more importantly, helps us to receive much more grace and blessings. Before I conclude, I would like to pose a few questions for your contemplation. Why was the Naga Sadhu waiting by the road just when a vehicle was to pass by? Why did he stop just our vehicle? How did he know us? How did the sadhu know that food was being taken in the auto when it was not visible from outside and certainly not from a distance? How did he say this food is not meant to go to Hari Ki Pauri where we had not told him our plans? Why did the auto not move at that moment but moved easily later in the evening from that same spot? How did the sadhus recognize Mohanji or that he is far away? Our coordinators had not told them that Mohanji was currently in Europe at that time. What made them describe Mohanji as an Avaduta? Was it sheer chance that they were singing songs of on Lord Dattatreya, the tradition that Mohanji represents? What did he mean by saying the Dakshina would reach someone by tomorrow? Who were these masters? Where did they come from? Why was nobody there today? Did they go somewhere else or did they vanish? I have been thinking about this and I came to the conclusion that these sadhus were divine for sure. However, unbelievable it might seem to my thinking mind. We have heard and seen that all the great masters come for Kumbh ever since it began. I have experienced this in earlier Kumbh Melas, Nashik in 2015 and Prayagraj in 2019. And this experience was another confirmation of that experience. It was also a reminder that Mohanji is at the Kumbh Mela through us and he is doing his work. My deepest gratitude to Mohanji for giving us this eye opening experience. Jai Mohanji. Ha. So it's wonderful, isn't it, Sandra? Seriously, because
Leelas abound in his presence. I mean, aren't we so blessed to know Mohanji, to be blessed in this life I mean, that was awesome. Even though I know that story, I've read that Leela, but I got goosebumps every time. It's like a reminder when we forget,
It's true.
not to take his presence for granted. He's only here for a limited time.
Absolutely. Can't take it for granted. And imagine getting such opportunities, such experiences just through Mohanji. We have the eyes, but do we always see? No, we
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Do we sense it? Because as I was reading this, I was, like you said, goosebumps all over. And I was, my God, what a privilege if we are going to step into that Kumbh Mela soil, even if it's for a few hours or for a day or for a few days.
There's a huge a planetary alignment across the universe. I mean, this is a Mahakumbh. It's like the whole world is converging on the spot. You know what Monchi said? He said, come without expectations. He says, when you come, the unexpected will happen. So don't come wanting anything because our wants are so limiting. Just come empty. Come empty. I'm so excited. I'm going to be there from the 20th to the 27th. I'm like, yay, can't wait. And you are jumping out of your skin there because you're going now.
No, I'm going only for his in February for his birthday at that time.
Yeah,
So yeah, actually, I had a lovely incident because I just visited Prayagraj in just in November, and
really.
you should have seen that place was so already preparations were on for the Mahakumbh. Roads are being laid, cobblestones being done, tents being made in different places. It was just amazing to see that flurry of activity there because so many people are going to be there to have that dip in that Triveni Sangam. It's called Triveni Sangam, as in three rivers,
Converge.
joining together there. So
Saraswati
it,
Jamuna and
Saraswati,
Saraswati
Yamuna,
Jamuna
Saraswati, Ganga.
Ganga Mata. Imagine that, Rekha.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. You
And
know,
it's very exciting. And yesterday I got a peek of how the tents and everything was being set up at our Mohanji village. It looks so beautiful. The weather's cold and lovely, and it's so nice and cheerful. I just saw it through the video, and I was having this feeling of, missing out. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful.
we are so far away, but we're
Yes.
feeling the. I'm like on the other end of the world. You're closer than I am, but the
Yes, of
vibration,
course.
the excitement, it's like, Rekaji, I have this feeling that, when we're this empty, this is perhaps the most exciting, stage to be in. When you were empty, we're going
Yeah.
there. All we know is Monji is there, and this is such a powerful portal that I can't even explain. I have no words to explain how I'm feeling, which is unusual for me.
It's just excitement in simple terms. There's no other word.
Yeah.
And I'm so looking forward to seeing all the pictures and information that's going to come from tomorrow. So those of you who are still thinking, particularly if you're in India and you're thinking just go, somehow it'll happen. And otherwise, and also please do donate for Anadan. Care is organizing, daily donation, Anadan for all the people there as much as we can. So please contribute, and it's going to be amazing. So thank you, Sandra. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for helping me with this today. Somehow there was probably all the excitement. And yes, so thank you. It was lovely having you. And for those of you who are joining us and watching on MAI now, or you'll watch it later, best wishes. Enjoy the blessings from the Kumbh Mela. It's there with you, even if you cannot make it. Just keep connecting with Mohanji, and the blessings are always there, as you know very well. Yeah. So thank you. Have a wonderful festival tomorrow. The festivities start in India. So wonderful festival time here. So season's greetings for that, and happy Kumbh Mela. I don't know what else to greet to us. So thank you, and Jai Mohanji. Bye. Love you, Sandra.